and helping hands. We're people helping people, and we're proud that we can say we're always getting better and growing stronger every day. Taking pride in Mobile, haven't you noticed? We've got it all right here at home. Nothing can stop us. Taking pride in where we're going. Taking pride in who we are. Mobile, show your pride. Together we'll go far. There's a feeling of excitement. You can see it everywhere. The pride of our whole region is the heartbeat that we share. The heartbeat that we share. Taking pride in Mobile. Haven't you noticed? We've got it all right here at home. Nothing can stop us. Taking pride in where we're going. Taking pride in who we are. Mobile, show your pride. Together we'll go far. Mobile, show your pride. Together we'll go.
710 Time Saver Traffic from the Main Street Flooring and Design Traffic Center.
In Pensacola, we've got a crash partially in the roadway on North Old Palafox Highway at East Burgess Road. North on Highway 31 from Spanish Fort to Highway 59, it's a 15-minute drive. South on the Foley Beach Express from Highway 59 to Canal Road, it's a 19-minute drive. With Time Saver Traffic, I'm Lisa Bakke.
This report is sponsored by Our American Stories.
This is Lee Habib, host of Our American Stories. On our next episode, we'll share the story of the mountain man who opened up the American West, Jedediah Smith. You won't want to miss the next episode of Our American Stories.
If you see traffic trouble, call the Acadian Windows traffic tip line at pound 250, keyword total traffic when prompted. Acadian Windows, your hurricane protection specialists.
Now, your chance to win $1,000. Enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Bills. That's bills. Enter it now at newsradio710.com. The Uncle Henry Show. Weekday afternoons from 5 till 7.
Listen.
Wonderful town, wonderful people, places to go, things to see. My love is Mobile, that's my wonderful town. Beautiful homes, schools and churches, entertainment, places to shop. My heart's in Mobile, that's my wonderful town. Mobile, the center of transportation, business and industry set the pace. Mobile's got the Junior Miss celebration, home of Mardi Gras and Senior Bowl game.
Mobile is great to live in and work in.
The climate's ideal for progress, you see. My love is Mobile, that's my wonderful town.
Roll, Tide, roll, Uncle Henry.
This is the Uncle Henry Show here on News Radio 710 WNTM. Thank you. I appreciate very much you listening to the Uncle Henry Show. Now, on this episode of the Uncle Henry Show, we're going to talk some church stuff, some Jesus stuff. I have some guests in studio once again visited by some folks associated with Revive Church. Stephen Roberts is here. Dustin, is it Dustin Long? Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Well, thank you both for coming in.
Hey, thanks for having us.
All right, you're going to need to get closer to your microphones.
Thanks for having us.
Very good. All right, there we go. We're on the microphones. Now, before we begin our conversation, would one of you be willing to pray for the people listening to this show, for whatever you can throw into the prayer? Of course, I want to pray that they get something out of this show, but anything else you want to add in? Which one of you will do that for me?
I can pray for us.
All right, please go ahead for me.
Yes, Father God, thank you for today. Thank you for all the listeners that are out there right now going through their day. Lord, we need you, and we're thankful for you. But we just ask that that you reach out to them, that any information that's in here, that anything that we testify about, that anything that we speak about does nothing but glorify you, but shows how real you are and can help someone out there in their day-to-day get through what it is that they are going through. In Jesus' mighty name, amen.
Amen. Thank you so much for doing that here on the Uncle Henry Show for the listeners. Now, these gentlemen are here to talk about a project they have coming up with Revive Church that involves Christian music here on the Gulf Coast. Before we get to your project, real quick, as you're both aware, we had the terrible assassination of Charlie Kirk a little over a month ago, I guess.
Sir.
And I've seen online lots of discussion of there being a revival in the country and that more people are showing up at churches. And I was just curious, is that fake news, or are you seeing more people come to church in the last month because of that?
Yes, without a shadow of a doubt. I believe it's true. Our numbers have increased, and there is a growing hunger in people, showing that there's, I hate to say left and right, but people are actually seeing it's good and evil now. And there is a hunger within churches, within college campuses. It's definitely true. It's not fake news. It's definitely happening.
Okay, no Stephen, you've seen the same thing?
No doubt. At our church, at Surge Church, we definitely that week saw another third worth of people that came in. So the shock and then the reality and the truth of what's happening, people seem to be way more bold right now to go, you know what, we're not going to stand for this anymore. I was at the college campus a couple of weeks ago.
Which college?
At USA.
Okay.
I was at USA doing an event for it was a pageant, but they're going for Miss Alabama, then they go to Miss America. And where there were about 3 girls last year that spoke about the Lord and testified, there were 13 girls this year that I counted that were, the whole event, they were so much more bold, and it was wonderful to see. It's just, so yeah, I would say we're definitely experiencing some revival in the nation. Okay,
glad to hear that it's not just something that people are talking about online, that it's actually happening in the real world.
Yes, sir.
Offline. I'm sure we'll get back to that as we continue our conversation. But you're here to talk about something that you are starting at Revive Church. What are you starting?
We're starting a recording studio.
Okay, a recording studio to record what?
Christian music, Christian artists, worshipers. We're starting a recording studio where Christian artists can come and record, write, create freely for free.
Now, why are you doing this? What's the need for this?
Well, we've just noticed that there are a lot of Christian artists who don't know how, who don't know really how to record or what they want to record, or if not, there are others that spend thousands of dollars to travel, Nashville, wherever recording studios, and we're trying to make a home base where people can come, glorify God first and foremost, but they'll have a spot where they can come and they can create. They can lay down tracks to record worship music, Christian music for free, And the goal of that is to create a community of it, a community of creativity, where there's that freedom where they don't have to feel rushed and they can pray, they can seek God, they can come, and we're trying to build a community of it for the Mobile area. There are places, I'm sure, in Mobile that have this going on, but I don't really know of any, and I think the time is now to do it for Christian artists, because there are a lot of Christian artists out there who have great songs and wanting to write and create, but they don't have the know-how or the money to do it.
Now, I've been in radio since the 80s, but I'm not on the production end. So I don't know a lot about the equipment even to this day. Why can't these artists actually record their stuff using equipment that they have available at home? I mean, everybody has become their own producer these days. Why is it important to have an actual studio?
Well, so they can. And what that takes, though, is the want to do it. And there is a need for a place. And what's happened is we've got to shoot. I was told recently that there just aren't enough local worship artists or enough local music to be able to do this. And I know of, there's an album, Murph, Mr. Transmission. He's got a Christian album that's wonderful. And, Katie Braswell, Jeremy Williams, Paige Tammer, these are all people that have been traveling and going and getting recording done. And one of the things that I notice when you're going and getting them done, and don't get me wrong, all of them are super smart, but to be a producer is to be a producer. It's not always just the equipment. And so, we're starting by still going in analog and still going into AD converters and having the right mics and doing everything that you can do if you were to go pay at a studio, and then also just the room. But one thing,
hey, I'm going to have to stop you there. We're up on a break. When we come back, we're going to hear the rest of this about why they want to try something like this. Back with more after the break. We have guests in, Stephen Roberts and Dustin Long.
Time saver traffic from the Main Street Flooring and Design Traffic Center.
And we have an accident partially in the roadway on North Old Palafox Highway at East Burgess Road. We have some congestion developing on Highway 59 as you make your way south from I-10 to Gulf Shores. It's a 50-minute drive. And on the Foley Beach Express from Highway 59 to Canal Road, a 19-minute drive. With Time Saver Traffic, I'm Lisa Baque.
This report is sponsored by Our American Stories.
This is Lee Habib, host of Our American Stories. On our next episode, we'll share the story of the American who rescued the 33 Chilean miners back in 2010. You won't want to miss the next episode of Our American Stories.
Looking for compassionate in-home care for a loved one? At Seniors Helping Seniors, they match seniors who need a helping hand with active seniors who understand their needs. From companionship and light housekeeping to memory support, they bring a smile and peace of mind right to your door.
And YouTube viewers, I'm going to check and see if we have anybody. And Stephen and Dustin, your microphones are on, so don't say anything that you wouldn't want the YouTubers to hear.
Oh.
I don't want you to be judgmental of the YouTubers. All right, let's see where.
We love our YouTubers, don't we?
Good.
Yes.
Well, I do. They add a lot to the show, at least for my own psychology of it. And yeah, we have a small number of people watching on a Friday.
Yes, sir.
I don't know if the prayer cleared the room or what. But be that, let the chips fall where they may. Hello to Larry Morton, Excalibur Iron Force, 68-year-old Chris of West Loxley, Bama Big Man. Well, Bama Big Man is in and out. He says he is with his two ladies eating burgers at the Lucky Pub in Saraland. All right. Well, thank you to those that are watching on YouTube and are interested in this kind of stuff. Going to be back on the radio in about 2 minutes with more of the show.
Out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam.
And hello to Art. Art, thank you for looking in.
10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, E-T-H-O-S, ethos.com/Mike.
Halloween is coming soon, and you can stock up on all your Halloween essentials at a great price at Greer's. Uncle Henry here to remind you that Greer's has Best Choice brand candy and snacks. Perfect for your celebration and for your budget. And Greer's offers great deals and low prices every day, both in...
And YouTubers, a Roll Tide to Bama Big Man. Thank you for the Roll Tide.
Greer's.com.
And remember, Greer's got it. We guarantee it.
It's Halloween season. And the free iHeartRadio app has everything you need to make it a screaming good time. Like Halloween Radio,
where we ghosted the commercials.
Trick or Treat Radio, just for the kids. Plus, explore curated Halloween playlists perfect for party vibes and more. Just open the free iHeartRadio app, search
Halloween,
and listen now.
iHeartRadio.
Gulf Coast weather from the Pete and Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electrical Weather Center.
Temperatures will be in the mid to upper 60s overnight tonight with mostly clear skies. The humidity is up a little bit overnight. We'll see warm conditions on Saturday with mostly sunny skies and breezy winds out of the south in the afternoon. We could see some showers late Saturday night. I'm Fox 10 News Chief Meteorologist Jason Smith for this iHeart Radio station.
This report is sponsored by Our American Stories.
This is Lee Habib, host of Our American Stories. On our next episode, we'll share the story of the American who rescued the 33 Chilean miners back in 2010. You won't want to miss the next episode of Our American Stories.
News? Check. Traffic and weather? Check. Opinions? Check. This is the Uncle Henry Show, only on News Radio 710 WNTM.
The Uncle Henry Show continues. It is 5:20 on this beautiful Friday. News headlines coming up in 10 minutes. I have guests in studio this hour, Stephen Roberts and Dustin Long. They're talking about a new recording studio they're going to build for Christian artists in Mobile. Now, Dustin, did you say that these are going to be... Well, before I ask that question, I got other questions. Tell the listeners before we get back into this recording studio, if they want to come to church, if they want to try a new church, or if they want to come to the church, a church for the first time in years or the first time ever, talk about your 2 churches. Where can they come this weekend?
Yeah, Revive Church in Mobile on 601 Ziegler Circle East. Our service times are at 10:30 a.m. on Sunday mornings.
Okay.
Yes.
And they can find Revive Church. Just go online and look up Revive Church Mobile, and they'll find it.
Well, there's 2 locations. There's one on Lott Road, but the one the main campus is at 601 Ziegler Circle. It used to be the Cave Ministries. Now it is Revive Church Mobile.
Yes, and I've been to your church there on Ziegler Circle, very close to the fairgrounds.
Yeah, very close.
Now, Stephen Roberts, what about you said Surge?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm at Surge Church Mobile. We are at 2900 Dawes Road, and we are at 10 o'clock on Sunday morning, and you can find us online as well. But Pastor Brad Sullivan, that's come and get a good word Sunday, and it's just a nice big family.
All right, now I asked you the question, why can't the Christian artist today just record at home? And you were explaining that it just works better with a producer in a professional setting.
Sure, and so works better. What I'll say is you can do a whole lot from home now. Everything has changed since we went digital. Of course, when you go in analog, there's a whole lot less work that you have to do.
Mm-hmm.
Having the right microphones, having the right microphone for the person that you're using is different. Having good AD converters, and then having the ability to edit and understand the proper tools. We'll be using Pro Tools We won't be going straight to tape yet, but it's nice to have that option, just to not only teach. We want the next generation to also understand learning how to do not only live audio, but recording and what it takes to get there. So we'll have a lot of outboard gear as well.
So you wanted to come on this show to tell. Are you trying to get Christian artists interested in this? What message do you have for people listening?
Absolutely. You guys reach out to us. I know the power of being in a studio, having people that are on one accord and working with other artists. It's not just about being able to do it by yourself. The Lord wants us to work together. And when you start working on your project with other people, then you start learning and getting experiences and ideas that you wouldn't have had by yourself. And so that's a part of the process too that sometimes is missing when you're at your home studio working out of the box.
So you, here on this show, you are asking what? You want Christian artists to get in touch with you.
Yes, sir. And producers as well, come use the studio. If you guys know, I know that there's some producers out there that would love to get their hands on some tools and real faders and a mic locker. And so you guys get in touch with us as well. And just... we should be. We're building right now. We're actually tearing walls down right now, and we're hoping to be ready to actually do some recording within the next 2 months.
Wow. Okay, that's pretty quick.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
And this studio is going to be where?
At 601 Ziegler Circle East at Revive Church.
Okay, so you'll have the recording studio at the church.
Yes, it'll be at another section of the church. So we have probably over 1,000 square foot at least that hasn't been utilized for some time, that I've been slowly cleaning it out and getting it ready. And I can give you a little backstory how this came about.
Okay.
Stephen, 4 years ago, I met Stephen probably 5 years ago, and then 4 years ago he came to church. And by the way, shout out to Stephen. He's the greatest sound man in Mobile, Alabama. So... Anyway, so 4 years ago, he came to me and he was like, man, you have these songs that you need to be recording. And I thought, yeah, you're right, but I don't know how. I said, well, you have the space up there to turn into a recording studio. So I sat on that for a while and I was like, yeah. So I started recording some songs with, shout out to Matty Mix Productions, Matt D'Amico, great guy, great editor and great producer.
Yes.
And, after the Charlie Kirk assassination, I deleted my social media and I started asking the Lord, what can I do to I have to do something. And it really hasn't, but I felt like the Lord was prompting me, go ahead and start this thing that you put on the back burner, because I was able to clear out my social media to where I'm not distracted all the time and really hear the Lord and him saying, go ahead and start it now. So we're moving in that direction at a not really even a snail's pace. We're getting some things done to where, we're just trying to create a space where Christian artists and Christians can come together and they can record for free.
Okay. Now, you just told us that it was the assassination of Charlie Kirk that after that happened, you got off of social media.
Yes.
Talk a little bit more about why you did that. Why did you want to get off social media after Charlie Kirk was killed?
Because you see a lot of things on there with people calling him a racist Nazi,
right,
and all that stuff. And you see one side saying, he deserved to die. He got what he deserved. And you see the other side hailing him as a martyr, basically, Christian martyr. And there were millions of people who were really hurt by this. And I was one of them, because I watched a man die who the whole world, or most of the United States, half of the United States, looked up to. So instead of watching that every day and letting that bitterness come in my heart toward another group of people, seeing all that, I thought, well, I'll just get off social media.
So you saw that you were worried about being infected by bitterness,
yes,
by having that out there, having that constant fight, and that's what. So a lot of social media is a continuous knife fight.
Yep.
Yes.
I mean, it really is. So you just turned it off. it helped you hear the Lord better?
Yes, distractions. I was able to get rid of the distractions in my life, and I was able to really focus on the Lord again, to where I'm not so distracted, because distraction is the number one killer of everything, I think. When we're constantly distracted, we can't focus on one thing.
Okay, we're going to have to take a break for news headlines, and then we're going to come back with more. There's more things I want to talk to you about. Real quick, though, if somebody is a Christian artist that wants to record, or they know one, and how do they get in touch with one of you two?
They can reach out to me, definitely on Facebook at Divine Audio Productions.
Divine Audio Productions, okay.
And then they can also reach out to Revive Church Mobile as well.
Okay, Divine Audio Productions. I'm writing it down, old-fashioned way.
You can also email me at divineaudioproductions@gmail.com, and just get in touch with me. We would love to build this network in Mobile even more.
All right, we have a little bit more coming up after the news break. Uncle Henry Show.
710 Time Saver Traffic from the Main Street Flooring and Design Traffic Center.
Watch for an accident on Navarre Parkway at Joybrook Road. And we have some congestion developing as you make your way east across the Bayway from I-65 to the Eastern Shore, 15-minute drive. On Foley Beach Express from Highway 59 to Canal Road, it's a 20-minute drive. With Time Saver Traffic, I'm Lisa Baquet.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. Hurry! Mattress Firm's Upgrade Your Sleep sale ends soon. See their sleep experts today to find your perfect bed from their premium selection and save big on better rest. Mattress Firm. They make sleep easy.
If you see traffic trouble, call the Acadian Windows traffic tip line at pound 250, keyword total traffic when prompted. Acadian Windows, your hurricane protection specialists.
Hello, I'm Cameron Taylor with Fox 10 News. The Foley Police Department is investigating a death. Early this morning, police responded to Baldwin Health ER for a deceased woman. Investigators say she may have died from a drug overdose. Police went to East Michigan Avenue. That's where they say they served a search warrant. We're told the investigation is ongoing and will pass along any new details we learn. When panic could have taken over, one local boy's bravery made all the difference. 8-year-old Dorian McCullum was home alone with his grandmother when he noticed something was wrong. Despite being scared, Dorian didn't freeze. He acted. He quickly grabbed his grandmother's phone and dialed 911. Mobile County dispatchers say Dorian stayed calm and clear, even describing what his house looked like so paramedics could find it faster. Because of his composure and quick action, first responders reached his grandmother in time, and she's now recovering. Well, Greek Fest is back this weekend, and it started yesterday. The yearly tradition is a time to celebrate Greek culture, food, music, and much more. It's been a staple of the community since 1962. The festival runs until 9 p.m. tonight, and tomorrow from 11 a.m. until 9 p.m., then on Sunday, 11 a.m. until 3 p.m. And if you would like to take a look at the menu, we have those details on our website, fox10tv.com. I'm Cameron Taylor with Fox 10 News on this iHeart radio station.
This is News Radio 710 WNTM.
Fox News, I'm Tom Graham. President Trump hosting Volodymyr Zelensky at the White House today. The Ukrainian leader is asking the U.S. to sell his nation Tomahawk missiles to defend against the ongoing Russian invasion.
Would much rather have them not need Tomahawks. Would much rather have the war be over.
However, the president did not rule out the sale of long-range missiles. Today's meeting comes after Trump's phone call with Russia's Vladimir Putin yesterday. Demonstrations expected in several U.S. cities Saturday for the so-called No Kings rallies. Many expected to speak out about what they see as President Trump's authoritarian policies. Fox's Lillian Wu.
Some of the largest gatherings expected outside the Capitol in D.C., in Boston, New York, Atlanta, Kansas City, San Francisco, Chicago, New Orleans, and Bozeman, Montana.
Republican House Speaker Mike Johnson dismissing the protest as Hate America rallies. America's listening to Fox News.
Uncle Henry here with John McNeil and Virginia O'Brien of Mobile Bay Financial Solutions.
Are rising prices making it hard to maximize your financial investments?
Mobile Bay Financial Solutions is here to help. We will guide you through creating a personalized investment strategy that fits your goals.
Whether it's optimizing your portfolio, exploring new investment opportunities, or planning for retirement, we've got you covered.
Don't let inflation hold you back. Plan your financial future with Mobile Bay Financial Solutions.
Call us today at 251-666-5000. That's 251-666-5000.
We help turn what's possible into what's next.
Advisory services offered through Mobile Bay Financial Services, LLC, an Alabama-registered investment advisor. We can offer investment advice in states where we are registered, exempt, or excluded from registration. The material contained herein should not be construed as an offer or solicitation for investment advice, securities, insurance, or other investment products.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. Trade stocks and ETFs, options, futures, and crypto, all on one platform.
YouTube viewer, if there's any YouTube viewers there, hello, we're going to be back on the radio here in about 90 seconds with more Uncle Henry Show. Hello to the Coast Guard wife. Chuck Greer, thank you for looking in. Sharon of Fairhope. Oh, Sharon of Fairhope saying that First Fairhope is starting a revival this Sunday, and it'll go through the 26th. All right, I will mention that when we are on the radio. Glad to hear it. I know a lot of people want it and need it. Well, they dropped the word Baptist out of the name. Oh, they did?
Yes, they did.
Oh, they're helping you build the studio?
They gave us the console that is going in the studio. They reached out to us.
Well, let's save that. Let's talk about that.
Yep.
Thank you, First Fairhope.
Yes.
Very nice. Nice to hear that.
Yep. And not only that, I mean, they gave us enough. We're building 3 sound systems for local ministries that can't afford them.
All right. Well, how about Fairhope helping out their poor neighbors in Mobile?
Thank you.
Them Eastern Shore people are so generous. All right, here we go.
We're just going to dole out some hard, uncomfortable truths around here.
It's Jesse Kelly.
Okami Destroyer Supreme.
Weeknights at 7 on News Radio 710 WNTM.
This is News Radio 710 WNTM.
Uncle Henry Show continues here on News Radio 710 WNTM, 5:35 on a Friday. Talking with Dustin. It's Long, right?
Yes, sir.
Dustin Long with Revive Church out there on Ziegler Circle near the fairgrounds, and Stephen Roberts with Surge Church on Dawes Road. Did I get it right?
Yes, sir.
Talking about a project where they're building a recording studio, a professional-grade recording studio for Christian artists to use, and I think I heard the word free, once it is complete out at Revive Church. Now, somebody watching this show on YouTube, that would be my mother. My mother wants everybody to know that her church, First Fairhope, in Fairhope, First Fairhope is starting a revival this Sunday, and it's supposed to last through the 26th. So if you're an Eastern Shore listener and you want to slip into a revival, there's going to be one going on from the 16th through the 26th there in Fairhope, First Fairhope. Now, you said there's a connection with this church?
There's no accidents. God knows what he's doing, doesn't he? So when you type that in, First Fairhope, my business put out there for any churches that if you have any equipment sitting in the closets, not getting used, there were a few local ministries, 2 men's homes and then 2 other ministries. Ryan's Refuge and Agape House were the 2 that, they do worship a lot, and there's a lot of new Christians in these men's homes, and they don't exactly have the equipment, and so we decided that's one of the projects that we're going to do is go in and just give them sound systems and build them out to whatever they need. I've seen a couple of them, but one of the people that got back in touch with me was Travis Carr from First Fairhope. He does production, and he started sending me a list of different consoles they had, He sent me a list of some microphones that they had, some speakers they had, and one of the things on that list, when I looked at it, I had to look twice, was a 56-channel Midas Verona. And that's a good console for maybe not today going out live anymore. We've got digital consoles that don't weigh 300 pounds.
Right.
But I went out to First Fairhope and picked this console up, and that was the confirmation to me that, because a week beforehand was when I said, okay, it's time to build the studio. And then within a week, there was a donation for one of the main pieces for the studio. Thank you guys at First Fairhope.
Oh, so First
Yes.
Fairhope's donation is going to be a key part of the studio.
Of the studio, yes, sir.
Right, very, very good.
Yes, sir.
Now, and again, if you're a Christian artist that wants to use this studio when it's built, or a producer, get in touch. It's Divine Audio Productions.
Yes, sir.
Look them up on Facebook, or divineaudioproductions@gmail.com, or just get in touch with Revive Church. Now, I hope you don't mind, but I want to ask you both. I want to start with Dustin. Dustin, how did you get led to Christ?
Okay. Well, in 2013, I was a homeless drug addict. Been a drug addict for 20 years. I'm in my mid-40s now, but I was addicted to methamphetamine and heroin, and had nowhere to go. And I find myself, late one cold February morning on the side of the railroad tracks, and I cried out to God, and I cried out to my mom, my dad I hadn't seen in 20 years, the girl I thought I was going to marry at the time. And I cried out to God with everything I had inside of me. It wasn't like, Lord, help me, I'll never do it again. It was more of a, God, please help me. And from that moment on, I got up from them tracks, and I didn't see the earth split open in the natural and the waters part, but something in the supernatural happened where I got up that moment, and I started making right decisions, and it led me to a men's rehab facility out in Lucedale called the City Refuge. And from there, I started hearing messages of salvation and grace and mercy, and it pricked my heart, and I was able to hear the gospel message there, and I was able to repent of my sins and cry out to Jesus to save me at that place. And since then, my whole life has been changed. It's been restored, and I started doing worship music around the same time, and just been going ever since. God has just amazed me how he could restore a life that was nothing and on the verge of dying and death.
So, Dustin, I sat next to Dustin and his wife at the Grand Ole Opry a few months ago. Killer Bees had invited me and my wife up to the Grand Ole Opry to see him perform, and he invited you and your
Yes.
wife as well. And I mean, you got a beautiful wife.
Thank you.
And a great life. Do you, when you're in moments, when you're in a moment like that, you're backstage, you and your wife are backstage at the Grand Ole Opry with all these people, Stephen Curtis Chapman there.
Yes.
Do you ever think back and think, I was lost?
Yes.
I was lost.
All the time. My heart is filled with gratitude at what I've been able to do and experience with the new life that comes in Christ. It's just, there's no other feeling but gratitude that the Lord could save someone like me and turn my life around when I surrendered my life to him. It's unreal.
Well, people think about miracles in the Bible that we're all familiar with, of loaves and fishes and you name it. Isn't it an even bigger miracle when a person is saved from what you were saved from?
Yes, I believe that fully.
That is the ultimate miracle.
That is the greatest miracle.
So Stephen Roberts, how did you get led to the Lord?
My wife and I, of almost 25 years now, we had been in and out of addiction. I've been in the music industry, and if I wasn't doing music, I was doing landscaping, what my dad taught me. But we, in 2015, started going downhill, and really, we were doing heroin, which led to methamphetamines, and we were homeless for 2 years.
Homeless for 2 years?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And so we found ourselves at a place where I was like, kill me or show me you're real. And at that time, reaching out and saying that I knew that wasn't me. And I before that, I didn't believe in God. I even would call myself an atheist at certain points, but I knew enough to know something is out there and something's been keeping me alive. And boy, when I asked him, he definitely showed up to protect me and my wife for a moment during a time that we weren't ready to get better. It was 3 more months after that of just kind of him putting things in places for us to decide we need to reach out and get help together. One of the things he did was she made the decision to go, and where she went was a place in Birmingham called the Lovelady Center.
Okay,
and they house up to 400 women, and it's a Christian rehabilitation center. She was there for 3 months while I was still in Huntsville saying, okay, I'm going to get better, and I'm going to come get you, and we're going to go get better together. And I'm going to go to one place and go to the other. Little did we know the Lord was going to put us together. You can't find rehabs almost that take the husband and wife. But through some searching, there was a place in Mobile. I didn't know the name of it until after we got here, but it was called the Wings of Life. And in 2019, we came to Mobile to go through the program of the Wings of Life. And that's actually kind of while I was in the Wings of Life and the transformation that happened. We went through a 3-month program, and then Pastor Chris let us go ahead and stay to go through 6 months more of the program, and then we went into discipleship there. I ended up serving at the Wings of Life until last year in a different capacity than before, but I was actually on staff there for 2 years. The Wings of Life has now moved from downtown, and one of the things that was just such an honor, I was asked to come back by Pastor Brandon Sanders to build the businesses that now fund the new property.
Wow.
And Life Enterprises.
Shout out to Life Enterprises.
Yes.
Indeed. Hey, we're up on a break. Thank you both for sharing those stories.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. It is, as I said, it's a miracle when someone is saved from what you were saved from.
Yes.
We're going to be back and have our final moments with Stephen Roberts and Dustin Long as the Uncle Henry Show continues after the break.
710 Time Saver Traffic from the Main Street Flooring and Design Traffic Center.
Watch for an accident on Navarre Parkway at Joybrook Road. And we have some congestion developing as you make your way east across the Bayway from I-65 to the Eastern Shore, 15-minute drive. On Foley Beach Express from Highway 59 to Canal Road, it's a 20-minute drive. With Time Saver Traffic, I'm Lisa Bakke.
This report is sponsored by Starbucks. The pumpkin spice latte is back at Starbucks. Handcrafted with their signature espresso and real pumpkin sauce. Then topped with whipped cream, cinnamon, and nutmeg. PSL. Get it while it's hot or iced. Only at Starbucks.
Do you love your car but not the bank or dealer loan that came with it? Uncle Henry here to say keep the car and swap the loan. Go see my friends at Gulf Coast Federal Credit Union in Mobile. Tell them your current rate and Gulf Coast Federal Credit Union will try to lower it by...
YouTubers, thank you for still watching and chatting with each other amongst yourselves there. I see they're making cigar dates is what they're doing. They're planning to meet up for cigars. But I hope you enjoy your cigar party. Rick Henry. Good afternoon to Rick Henry. Thank you for looking in. And we will we'll be back on the radio here in just a few minutes. Let's see. I don't know if I can. Yeah, we're going to be back on the radio here in about 3 minutes with more of the show.
At Advanced Dermatology and Skincare Center, our board-certified dermatologists are here to help you love the skin you're in. With cutting-edge lasers, premium skincare products, and the latest treatment options, we've got everything you need to look and feel your best, including Juvo, now $40 off while rebates last. And when you buy any 3 retail products, you'll receive a complimentary gift. Schedule your appointment with Advanced Dermatology and Skincare Center. Visit AdvancedDermClinic.com today to learn more. That's AdvancedDermClinic.com.
It's time to get the party going. A tribute to Jimmy Buffett. Featuring Jimmy Buffett's Coral Reefer Band, live in concert. This is going to be one incredible night live in Orange Beach. Jimmy Buffett's Coral Reefer Band, playing the Wharf Amphitheater, Friday, October 24th. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com. Part of the C Spire concert series.
It's Cybersecurity Awareness Month. LifeLock is here with tips to help protect your identity. Use strong passwords, set up multi-factor authentication, report scams, and update your software. And for comprehensive identity protection, LifeLock is your best choice. LifeLock alerts you to suspicious uses of your personal information and fixes identity theft, guaranteed, or your money back. Start your protection today with a 30-day free trial at LifeLock.com. Use promo code NEWS. Terms apply.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. Trade stocks and ETFs, options, futures, and crypto all on one platform. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Your money, your move. All investments involve risk, including loss of principal. Options, futures, and crypto trading carry significant risk and may not suit all investors. Securities offered through Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC. Futures trading is offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, not FDIC or SIPC protected. Crypto offered through Robinhood Crypto LLC, NMLS ID 1702840, not FDIC or SIPC protected. Portfolio management offered by Robinhood Strategies, an SEC registered advisor.
Ron is here from Mobile Bay Coins and Fine Jewelry. Ron, do you have a good selection of investment-grade collectible coins for the serious coin collector?
Yeah, thousands of items. We get new stuff in every single day. And my happiest point of the day is when somebody comes in and asks to see a specific coin date or options as far as a certain date or looking for a key date. It's the funnest part of the job.
Mobile Bay Coins and Fine Jewelry, 2204 Government Street in Midtown Mobile. MobileBayCoins.com.
For more information about contests on this station, go to newsradio710.com/rules.
Temperatures will be in the mid to upper 60s overnight tonight with mostly clear skies. The humidity is up a little bit overnight. We'll see warm conditions on Saturday with mostly sunny skies and breezy winds out of the south in the afternoon. We could see some showers late Saturday night. I'm Fox 10 News Chief Meteorologist Jason Smith of this iHeartRadio station.
This report is sponsored by Our American Stories.
This is Lee Habib, host of Our American Stories. On our next episode, we'll share the story of Nancy Kelsey, the Betsy Ross of California. You won't want to miss the next episode of Our American Stories.
Available everywhere with the iHeartRadio app, now #1 for podcasting. This is News Radio 710, WNTM, an iHeartRadio station.
The Uncle Henry Show, it's 5:50. News headlines coming up in 10 minutes. We have our remaining moments with Stephen Roberts and Dustin Long. They came in today not just to evangelize, but also to talk about their new recording studio they're building for Christian artists. So if you know a Christian artist that wants to be a recorded Christian artist, let them know about Divine Audio Productions. Look for Divine Audio Productions on Facebook or directly email divineaudioproductions@gmail.com. Or you can get in touch with Dustin Long at Revive Church. Just call Revive Church and ask about the studio. Did I get that out okay?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, now, before we're out of time, you have some events coming up you can promote?
Oh, yes, sir. So, Blessed Unity Band is doing an event on October 25th at Oak Hollow Farms at 6 p.m. You know, the whole reason I bring these events up and these outreaches up is when I was at the Wings of Life, that was part of me getting saved, was being able to all of you guys coming in and sowing into these different places. But we also have November 1st, Into the Light Festival, which is going to be at Medal of Honor Park, and that is at 2 p.m. that day. And then on, what's the date?
November 9th.
November 9th.
5 p.m.
5 p.m. There is going to be a worship event at Piggly Wiggly on University.
Okay.
We're just going to do worship in the parking lot.
Free jambalaya.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to
yeah.
set up
So,
a stage to free worship in the parking lot.
yes, absolutely.
So it's going to be a good event.
All right, so before we are out of time, again, there may be someone listening that would like to go to church. So first, Dustin, tell people where they can find Revive Church. Give them an idea of what it's like.
Well, we're definitely a worship-driven church. So, Revive Church Mobile, 601 Ziegler Circle. Come expecting the presence of God is definitely there. We like to give it all we got in worship. We're more of a worship, spirit-filled, believing church. So I encourage anybody who wants to check us out. You can look us up on Facebook, Revive Church of Mobile. Service times are 10:30. Come check us out.
Now 10:30, and you're the guy that is like that you lead the band. Is that it?
Yes, I am the worship leader and associate pastor at Revive Church.
Okay, so you're going to be up there with all the musicians.
Yes, I'm going to be singing and playing the guitar.
Okay, very, very good. And that is at 10, you said?
10:30 a.m. Sunday mornings.
All right, now, Stephen Roberts, Surge Church. How do we find Surge Church?
2900 Dawes Road at 10 o'clock every Sunday. Come expecting a good word. And, I'm in charge of the audio. But for the whole year, I've also been singing alongside and leading worship with Miss Phyllis. So you guys come and enjoy. I don't know if everybody has a home church out there. Okay, I know not everybody has a home church.
Well, exactly. Yes.
You guys come. We would love to see you.
And you're both involved in the music end of churches.
Yes.
That can sometimes be controversial.
Yes.
It depends. Guys, it depends on the church.
Yes, sir.
But I have I'm sorry. Yes.
Worship isn't just music.
Yes.
Worship isn't just music, and so we have to remind ourselves that because before I got saved, I was in the industry in Huntsville, in Nashville, and then toured as a live audio engineer, and so for a long time I did not do music because I was running after the Lord, and I still I didn't see the difference. I still saw just a concert, and I was really thankful that he gave me some experiences that separated that through me. Music is a gift from God, and so being able to worship him with something I love is absolutely a gift, and I love that I'm able to be involved.
Okay, so you, the listener, they can find Surge Church online, right?
Yes, sir. Yes,
look
sir.
for Surge Church online, or look for Revive Church in Mobile online. Stephen and Dustin, I hope you get all the Christian artists you're looking for. Thank you for coming in and sharing your testimony today.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for having us.
Always a pleasure. Now, you, the listener, if you would like to listen back to this episode, or if you'd like to listen back to yesterday's show with Sheriff Birch, or any other previous episodes, they're available as podcasts. You can find those podcasts on the iHeartRadio app. We've made the app more like a car radio now, so you can set presets for your favorite radio stations or your favorite shows. So look for the Uncle Henry Show on the iHeartRadio app, or you can go right to our website, newsradio710.com, and you can find the podcast for this show, and you can find the podcasts for many of the other shows you hear on this radio station. And gentlemen, you're invited back. So
thank you.
Thank you.
If you ever want to come in here and play some music, would love to have some worship music played on this show.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Be great.
All right, very, very good. All right, there is more to come. But first, we have news headlines from Fox. Then the Uncle Henry Show continues on News Radio 710 WNTM.
Securing America.
The War Department announcing Thursday that the commander of Southern Command,
Hey, YouTubers, thank you for watching. I'll be back Monday, and I hope I have fun stories to tell from my trip out of town. And have a pleasant weekend.
while testifying to Congress. The first.
China is our pacing threat and continues its methodical incursion into our shared neighborhood, wielding diplomatic, informational, military, and economic influence
The second threat, Russia, and its support of what the admiral called like-minded regimes.
like Cuba, Nicaragua, and Venezuela.
In what the admiral testified is an attempt to limit our influence